Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Inayat Afridi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Learning English with Inayat Afridi. Today in this lecture, I'm going to cover some important concepts and vocabulary, which are very important if you introduce all these both in your academic writing and specifically in your speaking skills. So the book is How to Negotiate, and it's written by Christopher Cooper-Ind. Right in front of you. If you take a look at this book, How to Negotiate, it's written by Christopher Cooper-Ind. And this book contains some important terms which helps you dealing different situations you're already in and how to negotiate with other people. So all these skills will be given in this lecture, right? So first we move towards the history of the word negotiation. The root of the noun negotiation is taken from the Latin negotia, which is spelled as N-A-G-O-T-S-I-A, rightly in front of the screen. Negotia from the Latin word, and it means no leisure. But technically speaking and technically moving towards definition of negotiation. So negotiation can be defined as a dialogue between two or more parties, but generally the aim of mutually beneficial outcomes. Remember, the negotiations has been subdivided into two important categories. Number one, distributive negotiation, and number two is the integrative negotiation. So the definition of the distributive negotiations is widely given on the screen. Distributive negotiations is hard bargaining, zero-sum brand of negotiation that opens with both sides adopting relatively extreme positions from which they seek to yield as little as possible. Now, its central belief of the distributive negotiation as of a fixed value, a fixed pie, the existence of which makes the process more challenging and competitive. Moving towards the second category, the class of the negotiation, and that is integrative negotiation. Integrative negotiations is type of negotiation which is principled negotiation, seeks to expand values to mutual benefits rather than seeing it as a fixed entity. The strategy of the integrative negotiations is to depolarize the sit and trust set by both parties. The second term that's given in this book, How to Negotiate, written by Christopher Cooper-Ind, and that is power. Now, how to define power? Right, in this lecture, I'm going to give you two important definitions of the power. Number one, power can be defined as the ability or capacity to do something or act in a particular way. The second definition of the power given in the book is the capacity to direct or influence the behavior of others or the course of events. After defining and classifying negotiations into distributive and integrative negotiation, I'm going to give you the essential skills of the negotiation. So basically we have the 12 important and essential skills of negotiations if we want to be the best negotiator in a specific situation we're already dealing with. So these essential skills of negotiations are listed as number one, observing, number two, speaking, number three, questioning, number four, listening, number five, using silence, number six, decision making, number seven, prioritizing, number eight, acting, number nine, controlling emotions, which is also called the emotional intelligence, number 10, clarifying, number 11, assertiveness, and number 12 is the positivity. The next important concept that's given in the book, and that is strategy, and after that I will define what is strategic thinking. So let's define the word strategy. Strategy can be defined as a plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall aim. While the second definitions of the strategy is the art of planning and directing overall military operations, in movements in a war or a battle. Mean it's a plan of action designed to achieve a particular goal. And you can also say that strategy is actually a master plan underpinning your aims, which is a roadmap to your real target or success. After the strategy, I'm going to define what is strategic thinking. Strategic thinking can be defined as the way in which people think about, assess, shape, and ultimately create the future. After strategic thinking, I'm going to define what is tactics. A tactic from the art of arrangement in ancient Greek as an action aimed towards achieving a specific goal. After defining tactics, I'm going to give you the key tactics which are important for successful negotiations are: number 1, preparation; number 2, initiatives; number 3, goodwill; number 4, lesson; number 5, understand the dynamic at play; number 6, time; number 7, asking plenty of questions; number 8, always counter; and the next is having informations at your disposal. Now we have one important question in this book, and that is, what is the role of informations in negotiation process? Does it have any specific role? The role of informations while negotiating an issue or problem has much more importance, as already explained by the Sun Tzu, the great Chinese military strategist and philosopher, says in Art of War that every war is won or lost before it ever begins. Having chunk of information at your disposal really brings much more benefits during your negotiation process. Now, hopefully all these important words are understood, and try to introduce all these in your vocabulary stock, because it really helps you both in your academic writing and also your in speaking, that further improve your confidence level. And thanks for watching, and stay with Inayat Afridi. Stay blessed and stay happy. Thanks for watching.